Have you ever wondered what it would look like to be lost in the darkness of a cave with no way out? The dim glow of your headlamp provides only a small circle of light as you descend deeper into the cave's twisting passages. It's easy to lose your sense of direction down here, surrounded by endless rock walls. Some come seeking adventure, others are experienced cavers mapping new tunnels. But over the years, a number have entered these underground labyrinths, never to return. Their bodies were never recovered. What happened to them in those lightless corridors below? In this video, we'll explore some of the most perplexing, unsolved mysteries of deaths that have occurred in caves around the world. The disappearance of Ben McDaniel is a real head-scratcher. This 30-year-old diver from Memphis was no rookie. He had plenty of experience diving in the dangerous cave system of Vortex Spring, Florida. But on August 18, 2010, Ben went into that cave and just vanished. See, the thing is, Ben wasn't even certified to dive that cave, but he had done it before, slipping past the gate when no one was looking. On that faithful day, another diver actually unlocked the gate for Ben, watching him swim inside with his lights on. No one ever saw him come out. Ben's truck was still in the parking lot the next day, but everyone was too busy to notice at first. By the time they realized he was missing, it was too late. Massive search efforts came up empty. So, what happened to Ben McDaniel? Did he get lost and run out of air? Was he injured somehow? Or did he take his own life for some unknown reason? Over a decade later, his disappearance remains an unsettling mystery. The dangers of cave diving were laid bare once again that summer at Vortex Spring. Things got real weird fast in the search for Ben McDaniel. At first, they found his truck, wallet, and phone right where he left them. And cadaver dogs hit the water, suggesting Ben had drowned in that cave. But then, divers found some of his gear near the entrance. Tanks filled with just regular air instead of the specialized mix you need deep inside the cave. And this expert diver, Sorensen, went as far as anyone could go and found zero sign of Ben, not even a stirred-up silt trail. Ben was a big guy, and Sorensen said there's no way he could have squeezed through some of those tight spots without leaving a mark. It was like he just vanished. The McDaniels hired more divers and brought in robots. Still zilch. Searches on land and in the water for his body also came up with nothing. So what happened? Did Ben drown and somehow get washed downstream? Was his body hidden to cover something up? Or did he fake his own death and slip away to start a new life? It's still a total mystery. Ben McDaniel walked into that cave and disappeared without a trace. So what the heck happened to Ben McDaniel when he vanished into the Vortex Spring cave? A ton of theories have popped up over the years, each with their own strengths and flaws. The most reasonable idea is that Ben simply drowned while squeezing through those tight underwater passages since he wasn't certified to enter. Makes sense, except no body was ever recovered despite massive search efforts. You'd think they would have found something if he died in there. Some figure a gator or other wild critter dragged Ben off after attacking him in the water, but there were no signs of any animal attack, and it's unlikely a big predator was lurking in the spring anyway. Other folks wonder if somebody killed Ben or forced him into hiding, but there's zero evidence he was harmed or taken against his will. No signs of any struggle or foul play. A wilder theory is that Ben chose to pull a vanishing act, cutting ties and starting a new life somewhere. But he was super close to his family, so it's hard to buy that he'd just bail without a word, and there's been no trace of him financially or legally since he went missing. Then you've got the real out there ideas, like Ben being whisked away by aliens or drawn into some paranormal vortex inside the cave. Let's just say they're not exactly hard science to back those up. In the end, the drowning theory makes the most sense with the facts we have. But with no body or witnesses, we may never know for sure what happened to Ben McDaniel when he swam into that underwater labyrinth alone. His disappearance remains an eerie mystery over a decade later. The case of Ben McDaniel is disturbing enough on its own, but he's far from the only victim claimed by the endless maze of underground caverns. Numerous spelunkers over the years have vanished into cave systems, never to return. Take Floyd Collins, perhaps the most famous vanished caver. In 1925, he was mapping new passages in a Kentucky cave when disaster struck. A rock collapsed, pinning his leg and trapping him underground. For 14 grueling days, rescuers desperately tried to free Floyd from the cave's icy grip as the nation watched, but it was no use. Collis perished alone in the suffocating darkness. There's also the eerie 1999 case of Kathy Goebel. The experienced cave diver embarked on a challenging solo expedition through California's confining Wee Jasper Cave. When she failed to emerge as planned, rescue crews descended into the flooded tunnels, finding no trace of Goebel. Her body was never recovered from the inky black waters. As with Ben McDaniel, these cavers knew the risks but pushed their limits with tragic results. Their disappearances carried chilling warnings for those lured by the thrill of extreme cave exploration. What other secrets remain buried deep within the planet's unmapped subterranean vaults, awaiting the next bold adventure? We may never know the fates of those swallowed by the cave's unfathomable mysteries. The chilling unsolved disappearances in caves have left their mark on the tight-knit caving community. These cautionary tales have made safety the #1 priority when venturing underground. For starters, mandatory training has ramped up big time. Nowadays, you can't just grab a headlamp and start spelunking. Extensive lessons in cave rescue, emergency medicine, and specialized gear are essential prerequisites. Technology has also become a lifeline for explorers, with GPS, lifelines, and breathing apparatus joining the basic caving toolkit. Relying on your wits alone is too risky when facing the treacherous unknown. But not everyone sees eye to eye on how to weigh risks versus rewards. To some outsiders, vanishing cavers like Ben McDaniel reinforce the idea that entering caves is foolishly dangerous, period. Most cavers, however, insist their pastime is safe when done right. They argue that with proper precautions, serious incidents are extremely rare. But stepped-up regulations in some places make accessing caves tougher regardless. So while safety is paramount, cavers also cherish their independence and resist over-regulation. They view some level of risk as inherent to the joys of discovery. The key is respecting their time-honored motto: take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints, kill nothing but time. Caves demand caution, not fear. Many cave victims' families desperately try to uncover clues themselves. They hire experienced divers to search the same treacherous tunnels or join authorities in combing the area for any shred of evidence. Even the faintest possibility of recovering remains or achieving closure spurs them on. Often, the tight-knit communities will rally around affected families as well. They hold vigils, raise money, and spread awareness, knowing these acts of kindness are crucial during dark times. People come together to provide whatever solace they can, but the crushing pain of not knowing persists. Families grapple with overwhelming guilt, resentment, helplessness, and anxiety without resolution. The tireless questioning of what happened gnaws away at them. And when there's no body to mourn and lay to rest, closure remains tauntingly elusive. The bodies of their loved ones lie somewhere in the uncaring blackness, the details of their final moments forever obscured. While the darkness of uncertainty continues to loom over them, these families draw strength from the love they still hold for those who are missing. It's the not knowing that makes these underground enigmas so fascinating. Our curiosity about what could be lurking in those dark caverns keeps us coming back for more. There's just something about the thrill of the unexplained that grabs a hold of our imagination. And there you have it, a deep dive into the creepy realm of unsolved cave mysteries. If you can't get enough of these chilling tales, hit subscribe and stay tuned. We'll keep searching for clues and unturned stones in future videos as we try to uncover the secrets of those subterranean worlds. Maybe one day the truth will finally see the light, instead of remaining shrouded in underground darkness. Until then, the unsolved mysteries of the caves patiently await their turn to confound and captivate us once again. Thanks for joining us on this adventure into the unknown. We'll catch you in the next video.